Hey guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay today. As you up at the title, I'll be showing you top 5 beginner pig tips in Dead by Daylight. Now obviously, as the people who are subscribed to my channel, they know for the past few days I've been telling you guys about my video coming up for pig, and I do apologise that it's taken longer than I thought to record, but I've got it all done now recording. And if you guys are new to pig, then here you go, hopefully this should help. And no more wasting time, let's jump right to the first tip. So the first tip is obviously not ambushing, and what I mean by this, when you're at the start of the trial and you go into crouch, if you go into crouch as pig, you're at the start of the trial, and when you got to the survivor you find, most people who need to pick will just ambush. Now this is actually pretty bad, because obviously they're going to hear your roar and get time to run away, and obviously if you get a baby survivor, then you're going to get lucky to hit, you're going to get a lucky hit. But as you guys see on the screen right now, I'll be showing you a game from like a week ago of me playing pig. Now I'm just crouching at the start of the trail. Whoever does this is pig, and you're gonna see right now actually ambush. Now I'm gonna explain right now why this is wrong. Although yes, I did get a hit here, as you see. One, it was at the end of my ambush basically, so it's kind of risky. I got lucky there. Two, he could have sprint burst. Three, he was alert, which was wrong. Because people, as I said, people can still get a chance to run away, but this guy's actually pretty bad at looping in my opinion. Now you know what I mean. If you go against high loopers and you try this, they'll probably most likely run away. And if you're struggling with pig right now, when you ambush you're not getting hits at the start of the trial, that's because you shouldn't ambush, because obviously you can hear you roaring. And in my opinion, I think the dev should change it. So the roar actually happens when you're ambushed instead of you're starting up your ambush. So right now I'm actually going to show you, as you see on the screen right here, there's me at the start of the trial again, just going around trying to find a survivor, any survivor. Now obviously I get closer to them right here, and boom, instead of you just get out of crouch instead of ambushing, and you have more of a chance to get a grab and more of a chance to get a free hit without them reacting in time, unless they're spine chill. So this first tip right here is just to get yourself more of a chance to get a free hit instead of risking it all. Remember, this is completely my opinion, and hopefully this should help you out when you're playing pig. And yeah, let's move on to the second tip. Now the second tip is obviously using whispers on pig. Now honestly, using whispers on pig, whispers is probably one of pig's best perks in my opinion in the game. Now if you know what whispers does, when you're crouching or just standing, whatever, even your power doesn't matter, when cloaks and all that, the perk will light up when you're in a certain meter range of a survivor, and obviously you'll hear the entity whisper. So as you see on the screen right now, at the start of the trial, this is what I recommend. Obviously you guys do it on, you run whispers, and you keep walking instead of crouching this time at the start of the trial. And when whispers lights up, you go straight into crouch, and you go probably to the nearest gen, because that's where the most likely be a whisper goes off, or they're literally right near you. And obviously I recommend having whispers level 3 if you don't have it. And right here, this can also get you a free grab if you use a monitor and abuse of it, which I don't use here unfortunately. You can use monitor and abuse on it to get a free grab most likely, and definitely a free hit. So unless you have spine chill or some shit like that. But yeah, let's move to the third tip. So obviously the third tip is save the best for last. Now save the best for last is really good on pig, and I'm about to show you why, but around here I'll explain why. So if you don't know what save the best for last does, each hit you get on your survivors who are not your obsession, your animation, your cooldown is actually decreased and you can get up to 8 tokens. So obviously with pig, if you want to save tokens while hitting your obsession, you have to go and crouch, and obviously just ambush. And once you hit the survival via ambush, the obsession via ambush, you will not lose any tokens or gain any. Same with the non-obsession survivors. So actually, like guys see on the screen right now, I'm doing it right now. Ambush, as you guys can see, right there. Didn't lose any, which is obviously good. And I recommend doing this, by the way, if you're at least at like 5 to 8 tokens, I guess. Other than that, in my opinion, unless you have Say the Best for Last at low level, and you don't want to waste 4 tokens at level 1 for any obsession normally without ambushing. But that's just a tip anyway. And yeah, let's move to the 4th tip. So obviously the 4th tip is ambushing at pallets. Now this doesn't have to involve Say the Best for Last or any other perk. This is just a little mind game you could do. Now this will mainly work against survivors who are bad against pig, like don't have to play against her, or just babies in general, or you might get lucky. Now this is still good in my opinion, and this will, as I said, in my opinion, most of the time would work. And I'm going to show you right now. Actually, I'll tell you before I show you. So what I mean is, when you're at pallet and you can't really mind game it, you try your hardest. You go into crouch, and then you obviously ambush. Then you move your camera right and left and right to like trick the survivor to see what side of the pallet you go. You're gonna go to the right side, left side. Then you know you can make them. They can mess up by you tricking them. Obviously, you capitalize of the mistake, and obviously get a free hit, or if they're already injured, a free down. Now, obviously, I didn't tell you this, but ambushing with pig, ambushing with pig. If you have like Noed or Devour at 3 stacks or further, or any sort of perk or anything that will get you insta down, will not work when you're ambushing. By the way, if you guys didn't know, if you need to pick, and I don't think it works in most killers anywhere in their secondary power, unless they're already a insta down killer. But anyways, moving on from that, as you guys see on the screen right now, I'm gonna ambush, and this is a god pallet once the pallet's down, by the way, and it's obviously in game, so I don't need to like break it and make him run to a new pallet. I can just mind game this because obviously I want to get general, so I can afford this chase. And boom, as you guys see on the screen right now, I hit him at this pallet, at that pallet as well. Like, fucking hell, this is like a good pallet once it's down. And actually, that's one example right there. And it obviously could work. If it can work at a good pallet, I'm pretty sure it can work at a lot of pallets. Now, it won't work at Shack unless they run into you, but it's very rare. It's basically impossible to run at Shack unless they're ranked 20 or something shit like that. But yeah. And now the 5th tip actually is kind of part of this 4th one. It's like a bonus. If you're good, if you want to counter people who are good versus pig, this should definitely help you. So I hope you enjoyed this tip right here. By the way, I hope this will help you out ambushing at pallets. But yeah, let's move to the 5th and final tip. So the 5th and final tip, as you guys read, is faking the ambush at a pallet and have a window in, because obviously it's easier to bait an ambush at a window than actually do it, because it can fuck up way more, because it can vault and have forever live or some shit like that. But yeah, right now, as you guys see on the screen, I'm actually gonna bait the ambush, and this is a solid looper, by the way, believe it or not. Really solid at looping, and I actually recommend you do this fake the ambush if they're good at looping. So like, do one ambush at a pallet for real, and if they run away from the pallet when you're ambushing, then they know it's kind of pig. So then obviously, as you guys see on the screen right now, is baiting it. You can do this at a pallet as well. Just baiting it by pressing, just getting out of crouch instead of ambushing, and boom, you can get him down. And luckily for me, she was out positioned because she messed up and all that, and she thought I was gonna ambush. Now here's another example on the screen right now of it also working. It's just a little tip you can do at a pallet or window, honestly, and to make it even better, you can even like do the roar a tiny bit, and then obviously just back out and stand up, uncrouch, and yeah, it just works fine. So I recommend baiting when you're going against good survivors. and obviously actually doing the ambush when you're going against survivors. You have to play against pig. But yeah, that's 5 tips, beginner tips for pig in Double Deadite. And yeah, do you guys disagree with any of these tips? Do you think there's probably a better way you guys know how to do them? Let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully these tips did help you to become a better pig. And I'm not a pig main, by the way. I do play pig a lot though. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my first ever tip video. If you guys want to see more for pig, like traps, tips, or anything like that, or even some for spirit maybe, or hag, let me know in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.